This is the code that for our activity that we had earlier, which is the registration activity form, which is it allows you to input the details of that specific student that wants to register into the app. So first, as I have here the asset folder, so I uploaded here a logo, which is the SMC logo, and the next folder would be the screen, which it shows here three files that contains the home screen, registration form, and saved info. So first, let's do the home screen. So we have your import React from React, import view, text, image, pressable style sheet from React Native. So the view here is the container or the box. The text is the words, while the image is the pictures. Pressable, these are the buttons that can be clicked or that can be pressed, while the style sheet is for the styling. So export default function home screen navigation. So the navigation here it lets you move between screens, and then the navigation also comes from the React navigation. So next would be the view style equal styles container, which is the main wrapper box for the whole screen. Next would be the image source. It requires the asset SMC logo, which is this one. This part is that it loads the logo file from the asset folder, which is here, and then styles that logo, and then resize mode equals contain. So this one, it keeps the logo's shape without stretching it. So next would be the text style, which is the text title. Text style styles the title, which is we have here the title of the student registration app. So next is the pressable, which is this one. Pressable, which is style equals styles that button on press navigation that navigate register. So when you tap or click this button, it goes you or it redirects you to the registration form screen. So text style styles that button text register student. So next is we have here the view style height 12, which is an empty box just used as a spacer between the two buttons so that it would not collide to each other. Next would be the pressable, which is the styles that button again on press navigation that navigates save, which is when you tap or click it, it goes to the saved info screen, which is the saved info from the register that the student has made. Next is the styles button text view saved information, pressable view. Then next would be the const style, the const style sheet that create container flex one, which it fills the whole screen. Justify content center, which is it centers the content vertically. Align items centers the content horizontally. The padding, this is the space around edges. And then next is the logo with a width of 120, height of 120 again, and then the margin bottom with 20. This one here is the space below the logo. Then next would be the title, font size 22, font weight of bold, and then margin bottom of 30. Again, the space below the title before the buttons. Next would be the button, which is we have here a background color of blue, padding vertical 12, padding horizontal of 20, and then a border radius of 8, which is rounded corners, with the width of 80%, which is the button takes up 80% of the screen's width. And then next, last would be the button text, which is we have here a color white, font weight bold, text align center, and then a font size of 16. So next would be the registration form, the TSX, which is we have your import React, use state, use effect from React, import view, text input, pressable, image, alert, style sheet, scroll view, and from React Native. Import async storage from React Native, sync storage slash async storage. So the async storage, it saves the data on the phone itself. It serves as a small local database. We have here an image import as image picker from Expo image picker. So the image picker, it lets the user or the student pick a photo from their phone's gallery. Next would be the export default function registration form navigation. So the use states, it stores form input values and lets the screen re-render when they change. So we have here full name and then student ID, and then the course, year level, and then the email, and then the number. And we also have here the set profile image, which is it stores the picked photo from the file path, or which it stores the pictures that the user has picked. Next would be the uh, used effect load existing data. So this part of the code here, it runs once when the screen first loads. So it checks if there's already saved student info. And then next would be the const load existing data sync. So this one here is that it loads any previously saved student data. This one is for the editing. So try const saved await async storage get item student, and then if save equals null, const student json.parse saved. So it converts saved text back into an object, and then set full name, set student ID, and then its course, year level, email, and its contact number, and also the profile image that the user has picked. And then next is the catch error console log error. Uh, Next would be const pick image async, which is it opens the phone's photo gallery so the user can choose or pick a profile picture. And then if permission we have here permission const permission awaits. I await image picker request media library permission async. So this one here, it asks for the user's permission to access their photos in their gallery or in their photos. So if permission granted, there will be an alert permission needed. Allow access to photos to set profile picture. So return. So it stops here if the permission was denied. And then next would be the const result await image picker launch image library async. So we have your media types, image picker, media type option images. It only shows images, not videos, this one. And then allows editing, true. It lets the user crop the photo. And then you have your aspect of 1:1. It crops into a square. And then the quality, it compress a bit to save space, this one. And then if result cancelled, set profile image result as at 0 u.uri, so it saved the pic photos path into the state. So next would be const validate form. It checks that every field is filled in before saving, or it checks that the all the field must be has or has an input. So full name, you have here if full name alert that alert enter full name if you didn't fill or input an or didn't put your full name, student ID, your course, your year level, your email, and then your contact number, and then return true. This one return true. After that, it all checks if it's passed. And then const handle save async. So this one here, it runs when the user taps save, and then if validate form return. So it stops if any field is missing or invalid. Then next we have your const student full name, student ID, course, year level, email, contact number, and profile image. So try await async storage set item student JSON stringify student. So JSON stringify, it turns the objects into text so it can be stored. Next would be the that alert success registration complete. The navigation that navigate save. It goes to the saved info after saving the registered inputs. And then catch error console.log error. And then const handle clear. So this one, it resets all fields back to empty in case the user wants to start over or wants to redo. Set full name, you can set your full name again, your student ID, your course, your year level, email, contact number, and then the profile or the image if you wanted to edit the profile picture that you have picked. And then next would be return scroll view content container style. We call styles.container. So it's scroll view lets the user scroll if the form is taller than the screens. Next would be the image source profile image, the question mark URI profile image. So it shows the picked photo, and then require asset profile placeholder PNG or a default placeholder holder. Next would be the style that styles profile image, text styles change photo, add profile picture, pressable, which is you can see at the registration form you will see this text or button here, which is it allows you to pick or add a profile picture. Next would be the text style that styles label, which is we have your label of full name. Text styles input, the value of full name, it shows the current value from state, and then unchanged text, which is this, which is it updates the state of the user types, and then the placeholder, we have here enter full name. Next would be the text, this one, text style label, which is we have here the student ID, and then it's text input, which is we have here input student ID, sets unchanged text sets student ID, and then we have here a placeholder of enter student ID. And then we have here the course, same as though the two, which is we have here the input, the course set course, and also the placeholder with enter course or enter a course. And then we have here next is the text style label year level, which is again input your year level, and then set year level, enter year level, which is this, and then keyboard type. Why is this numeric? So that it shows numbers on the keyboard on the phone, so that you wouldn't go to the number part of your keyboard. It directly shows you the number part. And then text styles that label email address, and then again input email, set email, enter email, and then we have your text placeholder text color with this color, and then email keyboard type email address, which it shows email friendly keyboard with an at button or key. Next would be the auto capitalize, which is none, which the email shouldn't auto capitalize because some of the emails are not capitalized. We have your autocorrect false, it turns off autocorrect for email input so that it will not autocorrect you if ever you press a word or a text. Text style contact number, the same as the other function that or other codes that we have. We have your input contact number, set contact number, and then we have your placeholder of enter contact number. We have your keyboard type, which is phone pad. It shows the number pad for phone numbers. And then view style of with a height of 16, which is space before the buttons, and then the pressable style that button on press handle save text styles that text button text save text, which is if you want to save it. But then view style height of 8, and then pressable button. We have here the pressable style that button clear button on press handle clear. So combining two styles, which is we have your base button and then the red clear style, which is this. Then next is the view style, and then pressable back button on press navigation navigate home. It sends the user back to home screen after clicking, and then text styles, but styles that button text back. So next would be the style sheet. Create container padding. We have here a logo with a width of 80, height of 80, align self center, button 10, precise mode contain, profile image with a width and height of 100, border radius or the rounded corner which is 50, align self center, margin bottom of 4, change photo text align center color blue, margin bottom 20, font size of 13. We have here the label, font size and margin top with a font size of 14, while the margin top was 10, with a margin bottom of 4. We have here the input, which is we have here the border width of 1, border color of white, border radius of 6, padding of 10. Next is we have here the button, which is the background, which is has a background color of blue, padding vertical of 12, padding horizontal 20, border radius of 8. Clear button, which is we have here a background color of red. Of course, the back button, which is we have here gray. And then the button text, it's we have here color white, font weight of bold, text align center, while the font size is 60. Next is the saved info screen, which is we have here import React, use state, use effect from React. Again, the import view text, image, pressable alert style sheet from React Native, import async storage from React Native async storage slash async storage. So export default function, saved info screen navigation. So count student, set student, use state null. So this one here, the student holds the saved student data or null if nothing is saved yet. Next is the use effect const unsubscribe navigation, add listener focus, load student, which is it focus runs every time this screen comes into view, not just once. It also makes this sure that the info stays updated after editing or deleting it. Next is return unsubscribe. This it clean ups or it removes the listener when the screen is no longer used. And then navigation, const load student async, which it this one here, which is it fetches the save student info from the async storage, which is we have here try const save equals await async storage get item student. If saved null, set student json that parse save, which is convert save text back into an object. Else set student null, which is no data found. Catch error console.log error. And then next is the const handle delete async, which it removes this one, which it removes the save student info completely. And then try await async storage remove item student set student null, it clears it from the screen too. While we have here an alert deleted, which is the student information is removed. Catch error console.log error. And then if student not the equals null, if there's no save data, or it shows this instead of the full info screen. Next is the return. View style equals styles container. Text style styles empty text, which is no save, which means that there are no saved or no registered student information yet. Or and then we have here pressable styles that button on press navigation navigate register, which it sends the user to the registration form if nothing is saved yet. And then next is the text style button register now. So pressable and then view. Next would be return. So this one here is that if the student data exists, it shows the full saved info below. Next is the return, and then view styles that container, image, source, student profile image, question mark URI student profile image. It shows the photo that they picked during registration, and then require assets profile holder placeholder.png, which it falls back if no photo was picked. Then next is the styles profile image, and then after that is that the view styles card, which is this. It shows one piece of student info with a label on the left, and then the value with the value of the right, with the value which is placed on the right. And then next is we have your view styles that row, text with full name and then the student's full name, and then next would be the student ID, and then course, and then year level, and then its email, and then its contact number, which is this one, row last. So this one view style call styles.row last. So the row last, it removes the bottom border on the final row, and then lastly would be the contact view. And then pressable styles that button on press navigation navigate register. So it goes back to the form which autofills with the save data for editing. So that button text, which is we have here the button edit, and then view style height of 10, which is the space between the two buttons, and then pressable delete button, which it combines the base button style with the red delete style button. And then we have here the button, the delete, and then next would be the con style sheet that create. You have your container flex one, which it fills the whole screen with a padding of 20, justify content which is in center, profile image with the width and height of 100, border radius of 50, which makes it a circle, and then align self, which is we have your center, margin bottom of 20, and then the card with the background color of white or light gray background for the info box, and then border radius of 10, padding of 16, margin bottom of 20, and then next would be the row, which is the label. We have your flex direction row, which is the label and value that sit side by side. So next is the justify content space between. This one is the label on the left, which is the with the value pushed to the right. And then we have here the padding vertical, which is we have here 10, border bottom width with 1, which is the thin line between each row, and then border bottom color with again white. And then the row last, border bottom with 0, which is it removes the line after the last row. Label font size of 14, color of gray, font weight of 600, and then the value, which is we have here font size of 14 with the color of black, flick shrink with 1, which is it lets the long text wrap instead of overflowing, and then text align right, margin left 10, and then empty text, font size of 16, margin bottom of 16, text alignment of center, and then the button, which is we have here the background color of blue, padding vertical of 12, and then padding horizontal of 20, border radius of 8, and then the delete button with the red background color, which is it overrides the to red for the delete button, and then the button text color is white, font weight of bold, text align with center, while the font size was 16. So the last file is we have here the app.tsx, which is we have here the import from React, import navigation container from React navigation slash native. The navigation container is it wraps the whole app. It manages the navigation state history. Import create native stack navigator from React navigation native slash native stack. So the create native stack navigator is that it lets the screen stack on top of each other, and then the import home screen, which are the three files from the screens folder, which is we have here the home screen, the registration form, the saved info. And then next is the const stack create native stack navigator, which it creates the stack object which we'll use to define the screens. And then expo default function app return the navigation container, which it must wrap everything. So this is what makes the navigation work up wide. So stack navigator initial root name home. So initial root name home. This is the first screen shown when the app opens or when you open the app from your phone. And then stack screen name, which is home component home screen, which is the register homes, which is the it registers the home screen under the root name of home. So this is why navigate home works in many other files. So next is the stocks.screen name register component registration form. This one here is it registers the registration form under the root name register. The next would be the stock screen name saved component of saved info. This one here or is that it registers the saved info screen under the root name of save, which is this. And then stock navigator, then the closing of the code, which is we have here the stock navigator, and then navigation container, and then that's it for the code for the registration student registration app. So that would be all, ma'am. Thank you.
So good day, ma'am. So this is the output for the student app registration. So first is we have here the home screen, which is it shows you the logo at the center with the title of the student registration app, and then below it we have here the two buttons, which are the student register student and then the view saved information. So first is let's do the register student. So as you can see here, you have to input some fields, for example, like your full name, student ID, course, year level, email address, and then the contact number. And then we also have here the add profile, and then three buttons, which is save, clear, and back. So let's try to fill this input. Janine. 4, which is in numeric, and then the email address, which is and then the contact number, phone keypad for number, and then let's try to save this. And then if you want to edit it and add a profile, you can add profile or no. And then try to save it. Save. So as you can see here, you have here the register student, which is it already has my some information including a profile picture. Then after that, if you go to the view saved information button, if you click it, it would show you the saved information based on the registration form that you have filled out earlier, which is it contains my profile picture, my full name, student ID, the course, year level, email, and contact number. And below it, we have here 2 buttons, which is the edit and delete. For the edit one, which is it allows you to edit for your input field, which is example your year level, you want it to be 3rd year, save. So as you can see here, the year level has changed to 3. And then if you wanted to delete this, you can also do the delete button, which is it removes. We have also getting an alert if you really wanted to delete the student information that has been registered. So delete the student information removed. Okay, so now the view saved information is empty because we deleted the recently registered student information. And then if you click this register now button, it would redirect you to the registration form to register again. So this one. So that would be the output for my activity, ma'am. That's all. Thank you.